that show that you've seen? Is there one show, or is there a show, or maybe a couple of shows that you've watched and you've thought, I wish I made that, or certainly had been a part of it?
I think Who Wants to Be a Millionaire was amazing.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it confounds nearly every...
Ticks every box.
But on paper it sounds terrible, because you go like, okay, £1 million, right? Who doesn't want to win £1 million? That's true. And then you go, there's only 15 questions. You go, well, that's a bit easy. And then you say, and I'll show you all 4 questions. One of them is in front of you and it is right, and I'll give you 3 lifelines. And you think, where's the drama in that? And actually, it was the opposite. You know, at its peak, you know, that was a game changer of a TV show. You know, it rewrote the rules of quizzes and games, and was a massive international hit and a really, really, really clever show. So, and Top Gear looks like fun. I suppose that would been quite nice to be around.
Have you seen the new Top?
I haven't yet. No, actually, I must get myself into that.
I'd love to be the budget guy on that. That must be a very good but difficult job.
Yeah.
Knowing how much tanks and
I know
fireworks and whatever the rest of them have got on them.
Well, I'll tell you something recently, oddly enough, that I think is an absolute class programme is The Undateables on Channel 4. I think that's a fantastic show because I think it's entertaining, I think it's surprising, and I think it flips and has flipped people's perceptions of something quite important. When that show first came on, I can remember looking at Twitter feeds the first night that programme was on, and it was full of derisory comments about the people who were in the show. And by week 2, even some of the folk who rather bizarrely and sadly had been making derisory comments had actually flipped and had started to say, actually I quite like this and they're quite nice, and things like that, where the show appeared to be one thing when it started, and it was billed, it wasn't billed, it was described by newspapers and the likes as exploitative. And when you actually watch it, you realise it's the very opposite of exploitative. It's informative, it's liberating, it's enabling for the people who are in it, and it's hugely interesting for the audience.
Always said that my dream commission would be to make a show that had no people in it, that was just the most exquisite natural pictures of Earth, set to the most beautiful, perfect music possible. And so if that never gets commissioned and I'm here to make it, I would call it the sound and vision of music. But if that doesn't happen, then I'd settle for Strictly. I think that's perfect television.